Last week, while at a liquor store, I saw a tip jar on the counter.
So
Today we're asking, is tipping culture getting out of hand?
You said at a liquor store?
Was at a liquor store.
I would definitely say yes, because going through the drive-through. I used to, when I was in my early 20s, I used to work at Sonic and Burger King, and I definitely feel like you're paid to do your job. And if you go out of your way to do something and you're serving people and waiting on them and doing extra things, definitely deserves a tip. I also used to deal blackjack, and if you're tipping me because I'm making sure you're having a good time, whether you're winning or losing, definitely tip warranted, but all the little extra stuff, definitely not, because I'm just gonna buy a bottle and leave. What are you doing? You're just swiping my card, Definitely agree.
All right, awesome.
No, I want to follow up with that. What about those places where you order yourself at the table, you pay at the table, and they just bring you your food?
Order a kiosk at the table.
Order a kiosk.
You sit down at the table, it's a restaurant, you order there, and then some wait staff in the back brings out your food and your beer.
I would say that would probably be a 5% tip, 5-10%, almost like you're gonna go pick up food. If you're going in, you're getting food to go. Definitely not 20%, maybe 5 or 10% for sure.
All right, so do you think tipping culture has gotten out of hand?
Yeah, I mean, from a German perspective, definitely.
So what's tipping culture like in Germany?
Well, I guess students don't tip as much, but you do tip a little, but not as much as in America.
So if you're at a restaurant, and your bill came, what would you typically tip? What would be the standard?
10%.
5 to 10%, yeah.
Okay, so being another question too. So if you go to a restaurant and there's a little iPad on the table, you order your food on the iPad. They just bring out your food. They bring out your drinks. Do you think that same level of service, would also get the same percentage of a tip as if you had a regular server coming to your table? Or do you think maybe a little less, a little more?
Yeah, maybe a little less, I guess.
Yeah,
and also,
I would say a little less. And also in Germany, service is really, really bad. So I think in America it's well deserved that you tip around 20% because service here is really good.
Okay.
But I don't get it. They also think that you get a tip when you just get a coffee. They don't even serve you, and they want to tip. And I'm sorry, I'm picking it up myself. So why should I tip you? I think that's getting out of hand.
Okay. So is that that's not a thing in Germany, for coffee shops and stuff like that? No.
No.
Only if you drink it there and if the waitress is bringing it to you.
If you get served, yeah, exactly. And I'm saying, if you want to pick it up yourself, you shouldn't give a tip, right? Because there's no service. I don't know.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much.
Hold on. I want to ask one follow-up question. Do you think it's bothersome, the servers in the US who constantly come to the table, or it's okay?
I think they constantly come to the table. I think it's pretty funny. It's nice.
Is it not like that in Germany?
No.
You have to really wave at them for half an hour.
Yeah. And here they come and they're like, "Hi, I'm Emily. I'm serving today." Hi. Cool. It's different, but it's nice. It's fun.
Je trouve ça un peu bizarre parce qu'en France, on n'a pas du tout cette culture-là du pourboire. C'est plus quand on est satisfait du service. Et je trouve ça étrange de laisser un pourboire avant même d'avoir été servi, quand on paye au départ. Après, je comprends que c'est un peu normal ici, mais oui, c'est un peu étrange.
Et c'est normal d'ajouter 20% sur
C'est énorme, 20%. C'est énorme, moi je trouve que c'est beaucoup. Si c'est obligé de laisser 20%, c'est beaucoup.
Et il y a un pourcentage, vous pensez, plus acceptable?
Je pense peut-être un minimum de 10%, ce serait plus normal. Et après, on ajoute en fonction de si on est satisfait ou pas.
Ok. Merci beaucoup.
De rien.
Merci.
Maybe, but I do think with a lot of people not working, it's great that if you are going to work, why not pay the people that are showing up to work?
Makes sense. Now, along the way, how I said at the liquor store, so do you think they deserve the tip too, or is it just mainly service industry, or is it pretty much anyone who's doing a job for us?
So typically it's the service industry because they don't necessarily even get minimum wage. So you're paying for the service. I don't know what liquor store people make, but if they're getting below minimum wage, then maybe that would be a reason to tip them.
Okay. And now when you go out to dinner and you have good service, what's typical tip percentage in your eyes?
Probably 20% always.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wants to tip the guy who takes the car away. You're supposed to tip the guy who returns the car to you at the valet.
Has tipping culture I say yes and no, because in other countries they don't require tips, you know, and with American, I feel as though they don't pay their workers very well enough to where they can sustain themselves, especially with the inflation coming through and the economics and all that good stuff. It is getting out of hand in regards to how much prices are rising and how little the workers are getting paid.
Okay. So when you go to a restaurant, what do you think, or what would you say that the normal tipping percentage should be?
Typical tips, they're like about 10%, 15%, if I'm not mistaken.
Hi.
Low.
Do you think tipping culture's out of hand or what?
What?
If tipping is getting out of hand or not?
Tipping culture?
Maybe a little, but you gotta help them.
Yeah.
Hey, boys.
So,
What is this?
If tipping culture has gotten out of hand or not?
So do you think tipping culture has gotten out of hand?
Fernando.
Yes. Tipping culture. No, because you gotta help everyone.
No, you have to help
No, because
everyone,
if you're working,
but
like-
also like you're getting one coffee and all they do is bring it up.
No,
for you.
no. Listen, everyone is awesome, and you have to help everyone. I
needs
agree.
money. Everyone
does need money, but
So
if
what
you're
do you
broke,
think that the average percentage should be when you go to a restaurant?
I
to go to dinner?
think
20,
a
15,
restaurant
20%.
should be 15-20%.
They always need their tips. I feel like
They need the tips.
No, listen. I feel like you can look at them and see how hard their situation is,
Exactly.
and then
yeah.
you help them based off of what you think.
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree?
You do what
I
you want.
agree.
You feel like doing.
You help who needs help.
What feels right.
I
yes.
agree.
Help
you can, like,
anyone.
sense the vibes, you know?
Trust your
I
gut.
agree with that. Restaurants definitely 15-20%. Coffee
Trust your gut.
shops,
Help
do what you
everyone. Be
fucking
nice.
want. With coffee shops, do what you want.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It has. You have to tip for everything now. You go to the bakery store, you go to the florist, you go to get an ice cream, you get a haircut, you tip for everything now.
So what do you think is acceptable in tipping? Like, would it be like just restaurants or bars?
I think if it includes some higher level of service, like in restaurants, for example, if somebody's just serving you bread out of the counter, then that's just doing their job, right? It's nothing extraordinary, let's say, right?
Okay. So when you go to a restaurant, what do you think the acceptable percentage for tipping is?
Well, I'm not from the U.S. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
So typically we would tip like 15% from the bill, and that's always at the end of the bill, even after tax. So that kind of brings you up to like 18%, sometimes 20% if there's alcohol and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if in Canada they have them or not, but here a lot of times there's like an iPad or a little computer at the table,
Yeah.
and you can order your food and your drinks there, and then someone will come over and just deliver the food to you. Would you think that they should also be tipped the standard restaurant tip amount, so 15%?
I think if they serve it to the counter and then you bring it yourself, no. If you're sitting down, they're bringing the food to you, and they come once or twice or 3 times, then yes, it should be something like 15 or 18%.
Thank you.
Keep doing what
So last question.
No worries. Yes, sir.
So when you go to a restaurant, I don't know if you've been to a restaurant where they have like a little iPad on the table where you
Yeah.
can order the food yourself,
Yeah.
order your drinks, and they just like bring you the stuff out. Do you feel that that's kind of the same effort, the same work, and they should be getting the same tip amount as somebody who came to your table, took your order?
I feel it. Again, yes and no, and this is going to go back to my answer beforehand. It's just due to the fact that prices are getting so high, and although minimum wage, yes, it is increasing, the prices are still going up, and you're not going to be able to live by yourself, have a sustainable home and household if you're just getting paid that minimum wage. Yes, tipping does help in a sense, but it's not enough. They're not going to be able to afford a single bedroom apartment, especially if they have children. They're going to have a roommate, but again, their children's going to still be inside that the apartment, so it's going to bring up a lot of issues in regards to so yes, still tip, but I believe that the restaurants, I believe that those type of workers should be getting paid more, not the tips. Tips should be getting paid a little bit higher. Restaurants should be getting paying the workers higher.
I love that. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Let me give you.
I think that people deserve it.
Okay. Do they deserve it for everything, or do they have to go above and beyond to deserve it, or?
I think tipping is additional, but I do also think that there are a lot of industries that people rely on tips, and people should be tipping their servers. People should be tipping people that treat them well extra if they treat them well. I don't know, people deserve tips. They're working hard for what they do.
Okay, awesome.
And is 20% good? Should it be less, more?
I think 20% is good. I think if there's good service, you tip more.
So has tipping culture gotten out of hand?
Not, I don't think so. It depends on the people. Some people give, some people don't give, but actually people should give.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, sure.
So
They
when
should.
you go out to dinner, like what do you think like the percentage, really should be?
At least 10%.
10%?
7 to 8, 10%, 8%.
Okay.
Even on people.
Depending on the people?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
At least 10%.
Okay, thank you very much.
No.
Oh.
And what about the one, the kiosk if they tip?
Oh, okay. So like when you go to dinner and sometimes there's like an iPad or a kiosk on the table and you order the food and someone just carries it out to you. Do you think it should be the same, like 10% tipping on that, or?
Doesn't matter if iPad is there or any other. Yeah.
Either way, they should get the tip.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone should give tip.